Welcome to Bradley the Singing Chef. Now, in a previous episode, I made my Hoppin Cowboy Caviar, and I promised you that I would give you a few quick and easy ways to utilize that particular dish. So our first one is by using the Hoppin Cowboy Caviar as a bed for us to put some beautiful roasted shrimp. It serves as a salad, and these roasted shrimp with the most flavor you've ever had on shrimp. I promise you, this is the way to go. I roast shrimp like this all the time and use it in a bunch of different recipes that call for cooked shrimp. I think that roasting them brings far more flavor to the shrimp than pan sauteing them, frying them. I feel like the breading overtakes the taste of the actual shrimp, and the flavor that we're going to pack into them you are going to love. So let's get started. All right, first thing I'm going to do is mince a couple of cloves of garlic. So put some pressure on that clove to pop that right out of its peel, just like that. Set those peels to the side. Run my knife through, keeping my fingers curled underneath for safety. Take the root end off and come back through that garlic. Give it a good mince. It doesn't have to be the smallest mince ever, like what we used in the Cowboy Caviar recipe, but still, pretty fine mince is really, really good. And I feel like, because that was a pretty big clove of garlic, I'm only going to use one, but if your cloves are smaller, use a couple. All right, so that goes into my bowl first. All that minced garlic. Next, we are going to add some lime zest and some lime juice. There's lime juice in the dressing and lime zest in the dressing for the Hoppin Cowboy Caviar. So we're just going to continue marrying that flavor through the shrimp. I'm going to juice both of these, but I'm going to zest one of them. So let's get the juice out of this guy, put our knife inside, twist around to get some of that lime juice out. Next half, lime juice out. Great. Now this guy I'm going to zest. Put some more lime flavor into the mix. There's quite a bit of flavor in the zest of citrus, not just the juice. So I'm all about flavor. So in the zest will go. I don't always do lime juice in this roasted shrimp recipe, honestly. I'm just using it for this to pair really well with this Hoppin' Cowboy Caviar, because I think it really works well. But when I'm normally roasting shrimp, honestly, just some salt and pepper, and you are pretty good to go. All right, that's all the zest. Let's half this baby. Put our knife in the center, twist the lime to get as much juice as we can. Now the second one. Great. Now I have a pound of peeled, tailed, and deveined shrimp. Make sure when you go to the seafood stand that these babies are deveined, and if they are not, you need to make sure and devein them. There is some nasty stuff that you need to get rid of before you cook your shrimp. So you need to make sure that they are deveined, okay? So I got a pound of shrimp. I'm gonna put those right in the bowl with all the juice and zest and all of that garlic. Give that a toss first to get all that mixed around. And then, before I season everything, I'm going to do a a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil over the shrimp, followed by a pretty healthy pinch of salt and black pepper. And the last seasoning I'm going to use is Old Bay seasoning. This is like made for seafood in my opinion. And I love the flavor that it adds to these shrimp. It also gives us a little touch of red color to the shrimp as well. And I've got all those seasonings in there. Just mix that around, get them nice and coated in that oil. That is going to help us in the roasting process. And that's it. It's that simple. Literally, the shrimp, some lime juice, garlic, olive oil, and some seasoning, and you are good to go. I have my oven preheating to 400 degrees. I'm going to lay these out flat here on my sheet pan that I have lined with a non-stick aluminum foil. If you don't have non-stick aluminum foil, just regular aluminum foil works great. Just spray a little bit of non-stick spray and that might help you as well. The reason I have the foil is mainly for cleanup, to be honest. It's far easier to get those shrimp off and just wad up the foil and throw it away with far less scrubbing on your pan. All right, so I'm gonna lay all the shrimp out here on the sheet pan, and I want them to be in a single layer so that they each get some individual love from that hot 400-degree oven. There's so much flavor in that little quick marinade that we did that these are going to be so good. Get them nice and spread out as much as you can. You know, a pound or so will fit on a tray, maybe even get a pound and a half out of it. And that is it. They are in that flat little layer. I'm gonna just take, one that escaped me. I'm just gonna take the rest of this marinade, drizzle it over the top, pop this in the oven. It's only gonna take about 8 to 10 minutes, if that, to cook through these shrimp in that 400-degree oven. So it's a really, really quick protein for you to add to this Hoppin Cowboy Caviar. Gonna pop this in the oven and I'll see you in a few. Hey y'all, we are back. My shrimp were in the oven for about, I think mine were in for about 9 minutes. So 8 to 10, depending on your shrimp. You're just gonna want them to cook until they turn this beautiful pink color. They're gonna curl up on you and they're gonna go from that translucent color to this pink color, and that tells you that they are finished cooking. So there's my shrimp. Gonna get those off the pan with my handy dandy spatula here. Put those over here in this bowl. And then we will plate this up. Oh my gosh, these smell so good. The garlic is kind of one of my favorite smells on the planet. Thank you, Lord, for garlic. And these are cooked perfect. They're not going to be tough in any way because they just turned pink and curled up. Awesome. Honestly, I could just eat this bowl of shrimp like nobody's business. Put this tray out of my way. Then we will plate. All right, so I've got my Hoppin Cowboy Caviar over here. So I'm just gonna stir that around. That's been sitting in my fridge for a while since I made it, so all those flavors are even more intense. And I'm just gonna create a little bed on this plate. This is so colorful. It's one of the things I love about it so much. Then I'm gonna take a few of my shrimp. One more. And then I've got some cilantro here on the side just for some garnish. Tear those leaves up a little bit. Sprinkle those over the top for a little color. One last pinch of salt, one last pinch of pepper, and I am ready to dig in. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, let's see what we got here. More of these shrimp, some of that caviar. Yes, this is an easy lunch or dinner for your whole family. Once you've taken a look at this Hoppin Cowboy Caviar recipe first, to get this base, you're going to create so many dishes with it, and this one is for sure a winner. I hope you will try roasting your own shrimp in the oven and adding it to your Hoppin Cowboy Caviar. And more than anything, I hope that you'll join me again for another episode of Bradley the Singing Chef. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, share and like these videos with your friends, and I hope that you will eat well, love always. Bon appetit, y'all.